Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making bread in a tube. This was a popular item back in the 80s. This is called a Bake-A-Round and it's made by Pyrex. And your bread should look like so when you're all finished. It's got all of the recipes and all of the directions right here. I found this at Goodwill a couple months ago and it literally taped up and this was inside. I had no idea what it was, but I saw Pyrex and I'm like, okay, I gotta bring this home. Did some research, opened this up, and literally you bake the bread in this glass tube. It's kind of genius, to be honest. So I've only did it one other time and I did it with my sourdough starter. I'm not doing that today. Today we're going to have chicken sandwiches for dinner, so we're gonna make like an Italian style bread. But here's the different recipes that this came with. You can do any bread recipe, but like I said, I did my sourdough starter bread last time and it did work out. But we're gonna do this Italian style bread. Let's get started. So before we start, you wanna give yourself like a couple hours to do this. It's November 1st actually at our house, so it's a little colder outside. So I'm gonna give myself like 2 to 3 hours to let it rise and do its thing. It just says 50 to 60 minutes on here, but we are cooking with, you know, the dry active yeast, not a sourdough starter. So things will go a lot faster. This is the recipe we're working with, so you guys can screenshot it or I will have it in the description below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see all the random fun stuff that I do. So to start, I have a bowl. I'm gonna be using my KitchenAid bowl. This is half a cup of warm water. To that, we're gonna add a package of dry active yeast. So just drizzle that over the top. Next, we're adding in 1.5 teaspoons of sugar. Now move this over just a little bit here. This is hot water. It's 1/3 cup. I'm gonna cut 3 tablespoons of butter into small pieces. And we're gonna set this right in this hot water. So what we're doing is melting the butter and then we're gonna let this cool to room temperature, which shouldn't take long because the butter's cold, the water's hot, so it should be room temp here pretty quick. Now that this is melted and cooled to room temp, we're gonna add it to our yeast mixture. And then we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of salt. We're gonna stir this vigorously. So this KitchenAid mixer is from 1984. It was my great grandma's. And literally still works like the first day I got it. Or should I say the first day she got it. I'm gonna add my dough hook on here. This is calling for 3 cups of flour, so I'm gonna add 1 cup at a time. Cup number 2. It's starting to pull from the sides, so I'm gonna do half of a cup just to make sure I don't add too much. As you guys can see, this is starting to pull away from the sides. I'm really glad I didn't add the full 3 cups. It definitely would have been too much. So I'm gonna let this knead in the KitchenAid for about 5 minutes and then we'll do the next step from there. All right, so it's been about 5 minutes and the dough looks really nice. Sorry. The dough looks really nice and smooth, which is awesome. So let's move this out of the way. So what the directions are saying is we want to shape the dough into a loaf. So pat and roll into a strip about 3 inches wide and 18 inches long. And you're going to make it into like the jelly roll is what you're essentially gonna do. So I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm just gonna literally do this. And I am setting mine on parchment paper. This says greasing. I cooked with this once in a parchment paper and it was great. when I've talked about it or when I posted this online the first time, everybody said that parchment paper is a huge game changer because people back in the 80s would do this and it would get stuck in their tube, like the dough or like the finished bread would, and it would be completely ruined. So this says to use waxed paper to get it through, and then you pull the wax paper out. So we're gonna do the same thing essentially with parchment paper, but like I said, we're gonna keep this in. So let's make our rectangle. I'm gonna set that to the side for now. Make sure everything's all cleaned. All right, so we're gonna fold in half, fold this way, pinch the seams together. So pinch, pinch, pinch. I'm just gonna kind of do this just to make sure everything is sealed. Okay. Now I'm taking my parchment paper. I'm gonna set this on top. The next step that this is showing is, see, that's the wax paper part where you pull the wax paper out. But like I said, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna keep it in there, and then we're gonna squeeze the bread together, and you're gonna leave it about 4 to 6 inches long, and it's almost gonna touch the top of the tube. Then after that, you cover the sides with tin foil, and you're gonna put it somewhere where it's draft free and a little warmer. Now that it's all set, I unfortunately do not have tin foil. For some reason, I don't have it at my house right now. So that's fine. We're gonna cover the ends with these little towels. And it actually works out good because you can kind of stuff it into this little case that it comes with, your little carrier. Now that everything's covered, I'm gonna set this in my oven with the light on so it's a little warmer. Like I said, it's November, so it's not super warm where I live right now, which is Wisconsin. Here's the final look. I'm gonna set this in my oven. I'm gonna check back in about 45 minutes, but it can take up to 2 hours, so we'll see where we're at. All right, I just took this out of the oven from rising. It's been almost an hour. And it's crazy like how much it's risen. So both sides, you definitely don't ever want it to be coming out or almost to the edge, so make sure you don't let it rise too much. This is perfect, which is great. Then we're gonna make sure you have your case on the outside. If for some reason you didn't have this, it's fine. Okay, now we're gonna pop this in the oven. It's at 425, and we're gonna just set it in here like so. Right in the center. We're gonna make this at 425 then for about 45 to 50 minutes. So I will see you in 45 minutes. It's been 50 minutes. Let's take this bread out. All right, now comes the true test. Let's see. Oh, perfect. All right. I'm gonna set the tube to the side. Okay, is this Jimmy John's or what? Look at that. I'm gonna let it cool and then we'll really look at it. Now that this has cooled a little bit, it's definitely not as firm like when it first came out. So I'm just gonna cut it right down the center. Who's ready for this? Oh my gosh, look at that. I'm pumped to eat my sandwich. Earlier, my husband made these like breaded chicken breasts. It's a shame, but we do not have tomatoes or lettuce, so it's just gonna be like a plain chicken sandwich. I found some cheese, so I'm gonna add cheese to it. I'm obsessed with onion. I could eat raw onion on everything every day for the rest of my life. It's to the point where it's almost disgusting. It's funny because I used to hate onion when I was a kid. I'm also really weird too. I like a dry sandwich, so haters gonna hate, but 10 out of 10. Look at that, baby. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. And if you ever find a Bake-A-Round by Pyrex at your local consignment, thrift shop, whatever, this is your sign to pick one up. Or you might even have one in your basement still from when you were younger. Maybe your mom and dad, grandparents have it. So it's a fun little thing to just have for extra for instances like this. So we'll see you guys next time.